I think the baseline is you genuinely have to be interested in people. And this doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert. It just means you're just interested in people. Honestly, I think some of it comes from my childhood where I went to 5 different high schools in 4 years, moved around a lot. And I think naturally I'm actually quite an introvert, but I was constantly being put in new environments where I was like, okay, I got to figure out this situation socially. I got to figure out this situation socially. And I think that's where the skill set honestly baselined. But one thing that experience of moving around so much taught me was that, hey, I'm going to have to find new friends anyways. Like, I didn't really have the option of having those lifelong friends from primary school. I just moved too much. So I was like, I'm going to have to find new friends anyways. Why don't I find really cool friends that I can like learn from? And they're doing cool stuff and hopefully I rub off on them and it's a two-way street. And so I kind of got into this habit very early on of friending up. And I haven't really talked about this before, but I got into this habit of friending up. And even when I was a young adult, my early 20s, etc., I would always just look for people and kind of be like, oh, I wonder if I could really kind of learn something from them or if I'd be a good influence on them. And just because of life, I didn't have that option to have the friends that, I know Ricky's, he's in so much debt and I've lent him $10,000, he hasn't paid me back, but I've known him since kindergarten. Like, I never had that, right? Because I'm moving around. And I got into personal development fairly early, around 18 or so. I remember doing somebody gave me a Tony Robbins CD set, the 30-day personal power. I was about 18 and I remember going through it, and that was the first time I set goals, and that really sort of cued my mind to be like, okay, I want to be around people, not necessarily of a certain caliber, a certain income. It's not that. I want to be around people that are cool and that challenge me and that are doing stuff that I just find interesting. And I think that molded my mind a lot to look for that in people.